The world is more creative than it's ever been. New businesses and industries are growing from small ideas. There has never been a better time to be a part of a brilliant future. And with the right support, you can change the world. Whether you're an inventor, a creator, or an entrepreneur, the future is here. It's a place where digital technology meets globalization, where the curious and daring don't just go to work, they meet to share ideas and improve the world we live in. People are growing dynamic industries every year, and with digital growth comes opportunity. The future is a place for new industries, for ambitious and inspirational people. It's a place for you. Whoever you are, you have the potential to become something great. Challenge the impossible. Run that race. Write that book. Achieve greatness. Believe in yourself. Be a part of an institution that has over 100 years' experience in helping dreams become reality. At Staffordshire University, we're more than just knowledge and technology. We are a group of people addicted to making a difference. A group of people that understand that the future needs you. Engineers that fight climate change. Artists that create masterpieces. Authors that imagine new worlds. Health professionals that nurture generations. And scientists that will discover new boundaries. Staffordshire University. Connections can take you anywhere.
Hello, welcome to Staffordshire University and our BA Honours Professional Sports Writing and Broadcasting course. Thank you for joining us, and today we're going to tell you all about the award and also giving you the chance to ask questions. Now, signing up for a university course is a big decision and a big commitment, but the good news is that many of your professional colleagues in the football industry have already done so in the 15 years that our award has been running. With the help of our dedicated team of tutors and lecturers and the additional support of PFA Education, we know how to help you through. But before we go any further today, we want to show you what Staffordshire University is all about, and the best way to do that is with a quick tour of our campus right in the heart of Stoke-on-Trent.
Hi, welcome to Staffordshire Uni. My name's Emma, I'm a second year student and I'm doing forensic investigation. We are currently at the Leek Road side of campus and we'll start by showing you the Science Centre. This is the Science Centre where our Student Hub and Digital Garage are located. Also, our Psychology, Forensics, Biology and Sports Science courses are based here. The Science Centre building has been created to ensure that Staffordshire University is #1 in the region for its investment in science and technology. In the Science Centre we also have the Career Studio where you can get help with your CV and you can also get advice for job applications. So this is a Trent building where you can access wellbeing, student and disability support, and you also have the campus GP in here. This is a Catalyst building. It's our newest building on campus and it's due to open in September 2021. So we have a new library, new restaurant, new cafe, and will be the base of our apprenticeship courses. The Student Union is a non-profit organisation run by students for students. It includes union shops, LRV, Verve, Ember and Squeezebox. There are many societies that you can join, including hockey, basketball, cheerleading and ultimate frisbee. But if you don't find what you like, you can always start your own. So now in front of the Sports Centre, and we have the sports hall and the gym inside. Let's come have a look. This this is the Ashley building where we have a lecture theatres alongside the business school, and then on this side we have the Ashley 2 building, which has the mock court room for our law courses and then the simulation room for the adult nursing course. The Ashley building is home to our Staffordshire Business School. This is where our business students will be taught and can share ideas. The Ashley 2 building contains mock court rooms and legal practice rooms. The clinical simulation suite allows the students to practice and perform a number of clinical procedures simulated on mannequins. We have a dedicated crime scene house fitted with CCTV cameras and two-way audio. It is used by our forensic and policing students, giving them the option for both internal and external crime scene investigation. So we're now in the college road side of campus where you can find buildings like Henrian, Flaxman, Mellor, Dwight. So let's go have a closer look at them. We're now in front of the Henrian building where our creative arts courses are based, and we also have many studios and many workshops inside. The Henrian Media Stores offer resources to film, TV and radio courses, as well as other digital courses. They're equipped with a large range of industry standard equipment available for free booking. The Dwight building is another building for creative arts but also for automotive engineering. It has many workshops like clay modelling cars, ceramics and drama studios. There are also Formula students and they can make their own car and race it. The Mellor building is where our computing and engineering students are based. It has a smart zone with laser and 3D printers and many other accessible specialist labs. This is the Flaxman building where we have our broadcast and journalism studios, our radio studios and also a film theatre. Based in the Beacon building is our new state-of-the-art esports hub. Situated on the top floor of Beacon, it is home to both our undergraduate and postgraduate esports degrees. So we're now in the Cadman studios where we have our TV broadcasting studios and our editing rooms for our TV and film students. Also in the Cadman courtyard you can find music rooms and live recording studios for our sound and music students. We have a nursery available right on campus. However, a new and bigger nursery will also open in January 2022, providing a vast amount of indoor and outdoor spaces. So this is the Cadman building where we have our gaming studios and the library, so let's go take a look. Thank you for attending the Staffordshire University Virtual Campus Tour. We hope to see you very soon. Bye!
Thank you, Emma. Okay, so that gives you a flavour of the Staffordshire University campus and some of the facilities we have. But what about the Professional Sports Writing and Broadcasting Award itself? Well, let's start by taking a look at what some of our former graduates have done in the past and what they thought about the course. A degree which would offer them, a viable pathway into a new career once their professional sports careers had ended.
Journalism is something that I like to do, and I think with the back of the PFA and coming here and see how everything is done, how it's run, you just get an insight that you can achieve more than you realise.
I say you just walk across my shot, mate. No worries. I've really enjoyed it. It's got your old brain working again, no grey matter, because in football sometimes you don't use that much, but it's been really good. The lecturers have all been really helpful. All the people on the course have been a really good class. The 2 weeks that we're on just now in the summer has been really good, I think, as well. It's learned a lot of new skills.
It's an area that more females need to break into, and I think we will in the future see that, and I think it's courses like this that will help the future female pundits out there.
We've had some of the graduates go into the media, into sports journalism, into sports broadcasting, but others have used the skills that they've gained to go into other areas of employment, such as teaching. It's been extremely successful.
Thanks, you in the studio? That's a good idea, so you're sort of leading him away? Yeah. Like a lead? That's a good point, that's what you're going to have to figure out. I haven't missed football anywhere near as much as I thought I would, I think because I don't have time as a teacher, but yeah, it's different, and they give you so much, every day is different, they're always coming up with great stories, you build a bond with them, you're seeing them progress, you're seeing them learn more, and nothing's as good as scoring a goal, but it's sort of seeing them learn, seeing them grasp something that they didn't understand before. That you get a buzz out of that. And when I finished, I decided that's what I wanted to do, to go into teaching. So I had to do a 1-year postgraduate certificate in education. I had my degree and I knew I was going on the PGC course as soon as I finished football. And you need something there. It's no use saying, oh, I'll do it next year, because you don't know what's going to happen. A lot of contracts nowadays are yearly contracts, so it could end of the season, you might not get another contract.
Jason now works for the PFA in an educational capacity, and he just wants to have 15 minutes of your time to explain his role and maybe how he can help you guys, okay?
It might not even take that long, so don't worry. Alright? Yeah, as John said, former player, played 600 plus games across all 4 divisions.
I think it was important not only for me personally but for a lot of people that was in and around the change room that saw myself leaving to go and do a university degree. A lot of people questioned me, but a lot of players, and hopefully the younger players, they need to get on. You know, they need to start thinking about what they're going to do when their careers end. It was a brilliant course for myself. I've always had an interest in journalism. I think it gives you a real grounding of being able to speak to people, whether it be on camera or off camera. And also, for me, I spend a lot of time doing public speaking. It helped me with my IT. I've spoken to a lot of people working within in media, and they really appreciate the fact that people have gone away and done a degree and have not just relied on, you know, the fact that they're a famous footballer and that they should be able to speak about the game. So, you know, I think everybody appreciates the fact that you've gone away and you've learned a trade.
I think if you're worried about potentially going in and dealing with people from other sports, don't worry about it. That's the sort of thing that should be attracting you to go on the course. It was absolutely fantastic. I think to have gone up there and to have mingled with those guys, to realise what they're going through, probably gave me an appreciation of what I've got as a cricketer. And I'm sure it would be the same if you were a boxer, a tennis player, or a golfer. We're all sportsmen. We've all got the same worries. We've all got the same things that keep us motivated. You get into sort of learning and exploring different areas of your mind, and that helps you have the confidence to go out and say, well, you know, why can't I be chairman of the Professional Cricket Association? Why can't I take over as captain of Glamorgan? And you know, the skills that doing something like that really do help. And going into an environment where, you know, people aren't too bothered about how good your cricket is. They want to know a little bit about you as a person rather than you as a sportsman.
Come out of football, and I've never really, you know, been to college or anything like that, so it's a bit of a shock to the system. But I've learned so much going to university, and I look forward to doing it in the future, hopefully using everything I learn.
This course, it's 2 years. It is fitted around your schedule, if you like, and why not take it on? Why not? It's a challenge as well, and why not do that and get qualified while you're still in football, and you end up in a situation like myself where it's an easier transition.
Get it in early now while you're still earning the money, so when you get to the end of your career, you're not stuck and thinking, where now? That's why I've done it at such a young age.
This has given me an insight into life outside of football, and you know, I'm 100% happy that I've done it. It's given me a great start now at the age of 34 to go on and hopefully it'll open up so many doors for me.
A special congratulations there to our former student Alex Scott, who of course was recently announced as the new presenter for BBC Football Focus next season. Right, okay, so let's take a more in detail look at the award. And remember, if you have any questions as we go through this, then please type them in the text box on the YouTube site and we'll come to them later on and hopefully address some of your concerns or questions. Okay, what we're going to do now is just have a look at a PowerPoint video, which you can see here behind me. We're just going to run through some of the teaching content of the award. If you want to know more about the teaching content of the PSWB award, then there is a guide which I do send out. So if you email me, we'll show you my email address later on. If you email me, I can send you, or you get in touch with the PFA, we can send you a guide to the award which kind of explains in far more detail what I'm about to show you. But what we're going to see now is very much a quick flavour of what we're all about. Okay, right. It is a degree course and it is specially designed for sports professionals, and it uses online technology and flexible learning. What this means is that most of your learning will be done away from the university, okay? It's done online, and you can fit your learning around your day-to-day lives, because we know you all have professional careers, you have family lives, you have other commitments. So there are not fixed times during the week when you have to study, okay? You find the time to carry out the studies, okay? So it's a really, really flexible award. It's 2 years long, that's why we call it a fast track. Most university degrees are 3 years long. But this one is condensed into 2 years, and what that means basically is that whereas normal university degrees will have 2 terms and then a summer break and then 2 terms and then a summer break and then 2 terms, what we do with the fast track is we have 6 terms together, so you work through. So you would join us, let's say, in September 2021, and then you would work through and you would graduate in August 2023, okay? So you complete the award in 2 years, and the summers, where normal 3-year undergrads have a break, we carry on working. So that's what we mean by 2 years fast track. And the next intake is September 2021. Okay, this is what we teach you. So we teach you sports writing and broadcasting skills, sports journalism skills effectively, both written and in broadcast, sports public relations skills, digital skills, and we teach you software skills as well. So you will learn in our TV and radio studios how to use things like Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe Audition. And we teach you how to write sports reports, we teach you how to present to camera. All of those things are covered under the 4 categories you can see there. And also, if I just move this way, sorry, academic study skills. We teach you researching, how to write essays, how to study independently in your own time, how to present essays with critical argument and analysis, okay? Now, we understand that some of those things in that grey box there, some of you might not have had any experience of if you left school or college and didn't go into higher education. It's not a problem, because we have a superb study skills centre here at university which will help you get to grips with all of those academic issues, okay? We pride ourselves at this university on the quality of our teaching team in sports journalism, and I've put a list of names there in the box. All of those people are hugely experienced in sports journalism, both writing, sports PR, and broadcasting. Okay, you might recognise 1 or 2 names. For example, Jonathan Northcroft, who teaches sports feature writing in your 2nd year. He's an award-winning sports journalist with the Sunday Times. We've got Ian Whittle, who is a freelance sports journalist who writes or has written for most of the daily newspapers in the UK. We've got Tamsin Parker, Mitch Price, Lisa McAllister, who have all had experience working either for independent TV or BBC television. And we've got Simon Humphreys, who's worked for TalkSport as a sports journalist and a commentator. So the experience that our lecturing team can pass on to you is absolutely huge. And here's some of the modules. As you can see, we cover a broad range of topics. I'll just run through them very quickly. Professional sports writing, that teaches you how to write for newspapers and websites. Sports public relations, okay, most of you who played for professional football clubs will have come across media departments in those football clubs while we look at the sort of work that they do. Law for journalists, okay, you need to know your law, so we teach you the basics of media law. Sports governance, how does FIFA work, how does UEFA work, how does the International Olympic Committee work, who makes the rules, who breaks them, all of that sort of thing. And then at the bottom, sports broadcasting modules, an introduction to sports broadcasting, followed by 2 sports broadcasting modules where you actually come and work in our television and radio studios, sports broadcasting techniques radio and sports broadcasting techniques television. So as you can see, there's an awful lot of sports journalism skills that go into our modules, okay? We also have work placement. Okay, so you will be doing a work placement module, and if you look there in the box on the right hand side, those are some of the establishments that our former students have linked up with in order to do a work placement. Sky Sports, Eurosport, local, regional and national newspapers, football club media departments. The one at the bottom there, by the way, Arsenal Television, we saw Alex Scott earlier when she was actually in one of our newsrooms doing her sports broadcasting module a few years ago. Well, she actually did her work placement for Arsenal Television, and she kind of cut her broadcasting teeth and gained her first steps, experience of sports journalism working for Arsenal Television. So the work placement, as it says, is a really, really good way to build experience and confidence from working in the media. And finally, yeah, this is a flexible degree, so this is why we call it blended learning. We don't expect you to be in at university every day. This is a different sort of award, okay? It's a distance learning award. It fits around your lifestyle. You will be asked to come onto campus from time to time. We have what we call occasional on-campus days, and then in the summer, in between your first and second year, you come in and spend a week working, 2 weeks in fact, working in our television and radio studios. But those 4 pictures there, I mean, I've just put those there to illustrate the point we're making. You can work from home. You can work on holiday. I know some of our former students have carried out their studies when they've been travelling on a team bus. And that bottom one that's not too clear, actually, that actually says Watford FC training ground. So, after a training session, if you can find a quiet room at the training ground or at the club stadium, you can pop in there and you can do an hour or two's quiet study, as I say, wrapped around all the other commitments in your life. So the idea of the award is that it facilitates you being able to study where and when. Okay. So as you'll see, a good proportion of the award focuses on broadcasting, both radio and television. You will spend time in our fully equipped TV and radio studios. And here's Chris Lees to show you around those.
Hi guys, my name's Chris. Welcome to the newsroom. I'm going to give you a very quick tour around just so you know exactly what to expect when you come to use the facilities. To get started, we've got about 35 iMacs, which you can take advantage of. We've got the full Adobe Creative Suite, so that's Premiere Pro, Audition, the full Creative Suite basically that you can use. We've also got specialist broadcast software to use basically on radio news days and TV news days. If you want to follow me, I'll show you around to the TV news set. So basically what we've got here is a full TV studio with 3 broadcast cameras with a green screen as well that allows students to use green screen for social media. It could be sports content or other entertainment news as well as weather and things like that. If you want to follow me, I'll show you the gallery area, which is where all the magic happens. So this area comprises of about 7 technical stations. So we've got a scripting station that basically that person writes the scripts, which is then prompted out onto the front of the cameras. They then control that when it's going live, so the presenters know exactly what to read. We've then got the main piece of kit, which is the vision mixer. This is what brings in all the video and audio feeds and then sends that out to the public and streams that live if we want it to. We've got graphics. We've even got a dedicated Skype station, so it allows remote broadcasters to come back into the studio. So we could have football correspondents out at football grounds, bringing in live match reports, or it could be news readers actually out in the field, again bringing in live news as it breaks. We've then got a sound engineer station right at the end. So this is the TV news set. I'm going to take you through now to the radio studios and we can have a look at those. Okay, so in this area then we've got 3 radio studios that we use for radio news days. It could be for just podcasting. Basically you can use these however you wish. We've got 3 which then all feed into this monitoring area, which is where your academics can record the content and then monitor what you're actually outputting. If I show you in one of our larger studios what you can expect to see. So in this particular studio We've got 4 mics that we can use for guest speakers, as well as the main presenter mic. All of the radio studios basically have full professional grade sound mixing desks, and all of the facilities here that I've covered are all covered in training, so you're not just thrown into the deep end and expected to know what to do. We cover all the elements of training, so you're going to be comfortable when you come to use them. I hope that helps, and I expect to see you soon.
Thank you, Chris. Right, the university is delighted to have the PFA as our education partner. The PFA can help to support you in your studies, and they also provide financial assistance. And I'm pleased this afternoon that we are joined by the PFA's Director of Education, Pat Lally, who can explain a little bit more. Pat, thanks for joining us. Shall we start by just explaining then to people who are interested in the award what exactly the PFA does, what role it plays, and how you can help them with that financing?
Yeah, good afternoon, Ian, and welcome to everybody that's listening to this broadcast. It's been a pleasure for the PFA to be involved with this programme for the last 15 years, as Ian said, and to see so many of PFA members being successful in gaining employment outside and after the degree, whether it be in broadcasting or in other areas such as teaching, which you saw with Ben Burgess. But in terms of the finances that you would receive from the PFA, should you wish to undertake this qualification, the PFA would provide £7,000 per year towards the cost of your university fees. Obviously, any shortfall then you would be responsible for yourself, and you would obviously be able to apply for a student loan to cover those shortfall in costs. However, should any of you feel that you required extra support from the PFA, then we are always happy to discuss the reasons why you would request extra support, and we would do what we could to help you in any way we possibly could in those circumstances. But as I say, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to undertake a full degree with such financial support from the PFA, which would massively reduce the costs that you would have to pay back if you were a student from outside the professional footballing industry. Instead of coming out with a student loan of £29,000 or in that region, you're possibly coming out of a student loan of maybe in the region of £4,000 to £8,000. So it's a great opportunity, a great qualification. I would advise anybody who's interested in the course to sign up and join the course in September with such fantastic, in July, sorry, with such fantastic staff in Ian and his colleagues.
Thanks, Pat. I think an important point as well is, and I know this from teaching on the award, is that it doesn't really matter at what stage of your career you're at. You could still consider this award. So, you know, it's not simply for people who are reaching the end of their career, who have reached the end of their career. It's something that somebody can undertake at the start of their career, and we've had all age groups.
Yes, very much so, Ian, and I think it's all credit to the university as well that you accept PFA students with possibly lesser A-level qualifications than you would normal students. You're quite happy to accept the BTEC certificate in sporting excellence, which the majority of our apprentices undertake, and may not have done anything after that. And as we're both aware, we've had lads on the programme, you know, at the age of 19, 20, and I think this year you did have a student that was in his late 50s, early 60s. So it's never too late to undertake such a prestigious qualification and to enhance your qualifications and career prospects.
And if students are interested, or potential students are interested, Pat, obviously they can contact us, and we'll put a contact address on this programme later on. But how would they go about contacting yourselves at the PFA? What would be the best way for them to do that?
Obviously, either by calling us direct or emailing us, Ian. Our details are on the PFA website. So all they would need to do is look at the PFA website, look at the education department section of our website. Our contact details are on there. You know, call us. If we don't answer, we'll respond to you within 24 hours. Either email us and we'll get back to you straight away with any information, guidance and advice that you feel you may require. As I say, with regards to the funding, you know, the funding that we provide, we pay direct to Staffordshire University. So, you know, you don't have to worry about anything in terms of the funding that we provide on your behalf. It's just a matter of you then applying for the shortfall via, you know, Student Loans England.
That's great. Pat, thank you very much for your time. Very much appreciated.
You're welcome, Ian. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, right, we're reaching the conclusion of our online open day now, but I think I'd like to take some of your questions, and we have got 2 or 3. If you have got a question, remember, you can type it into the text box on YouTube, or if you think about a question later on, you can contact me directly. Again, we'll put the email address on later in the programme. But a couple of questions. In addition, we had one earlier about how much time per week you would be expected to spend on the award, and we said sort of 6 to 10 hours. Sometimes it may be a little bit less, sometimes it may be a little bit more, depending on, you know, which stage of the award you are. But another question we had is, well, when do we have to attend? And I kind of touched on this earlier on. In the last year, things have been a little bit different because, of course, university campuses were closed down. We did mainly online learning. Didn't affect our award too much because that's what we normally do. But in a normal year, and hopefully from September, we'll be looking at what we deem to be, you know, a normal university year again. Once we're out of the COVID restrictions, we would look for you to come onto campus maybe for 1 day, possibly 2 days per term. So a term would be, for example, the end of September to the middle of December would be a term. We would look for you to come onto campus on 1 day during that time, which is normally a Wednesday, because that tends to be the best day for you know, people's other commitments. And then we would do the same in the second term between the middle of January and the middle of April, which is normally term 2. So we would expect you to come in, and we think that's really good because it gives us a chance to meet you, it gives you a chance to meet us. We put on a whole series of lectures for you throughout the day across your many different modules, and the feedback we've always had in the past is that the students absolutely love it because, you know, a lot of the time you're doing remote learning based at home using the online learning platforms, but it's nice to actually come onto campus and, you know, see the campus, see how it comes to life during the teaching terms, see all the other students around, and just experience that, you know, genuine university experience that can only come when you're on campus. And then, of course, in the summer we have the 2-week summer schools. So we have a week which is normally in the middle to the end of May when you come in and you learn about radio broadcasting, sports broadcasting, and then we have a week in June when we learn about television sports broadcasting. Okay, so those are basically the times that you would spend on campus. You are welcome to drop in at any time if you want to see your tutors or you want to come in and use the facilities. You're welcome to do that at any time. The on-campus days are not mandatory. If you can't make it, you can't make it, because we understand you have work commitments. But those are the sort of opportunities that we put in place for you to, you know, to come and spend time at university. And another concern, I think I touched on this a little bit earlier on, I've never done academic work before. Will I be okay with it? Yes. As I said earlier, we have an academic skills study centre. We have plenty of academic support. Part of the degree, yes, does involve academic work and essay writing. The majority of the degree is very much practical-based learning and practical work. So there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. If you haven't been in higher education previously, and we know from experience that many of you, because you perhaps curtailed your education to pursue a football career when you were younger, you missed that opportunity. That is not a reason for you to carry on missing that opportunity. Okay? You will fit in, you will settle down, you will be able to do the work, and you will get all the support that you need to enable you to do that from the university and our support systems. Okay, so that just about wraps it up today. Remember, if you have any further questions, please drop me an email at, it's there below me, look, i.p.bailey@staffs.ac.uk, or visit www.staffs.ac.uk. I think that was on the screen a moment ago, it's just disappeared. www.staffs.ac.uk, and then choose courses at the top of the screen, then search for professional sports writing and broadcasting, and that will take you through to our online guide to the award, which will tell you an awful lot more about the teaching and learning that's contained within our modules. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much for joining us today.